They go last to first, and they win the NFC North.
All right, guys, welcome in. This is the Black Bears Den podcast, episode 6. I am your gracious host, Justin, and it's Cowboy Week. Today we're going to be going over the keys to the game and what do I think the outcome will be. First things first, you can follow me on X at _Justino__, and all of the rest of the links will be linked down below. Let's get straight into it. We have Dallas this week, and I think we lose, but it's going to be a loss in a high-scoring game. Dallas's defense is just as bad as ours. Trayvon Diggs also gave up a perfect passer rating, just like Tyreek Stevenson did last year, and DeRon Bland is out. I don't think it's necessarily going to be flat out a shootout in terms of this is going to be a close game. I think Dak is the better quarterback. I think they have a more high-powered offense than we do. And it's not that our talent isn't there. It's more or less the fact that they're more tenured. They're more seasoned. They have more reps together. It's going to get ugly, I think. Hopefully I am wrong, though. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson can prove me wrong. But I do think we score more points this week. I think we score past the first opening drive of us just looking good. I think we get into the second half looking good, like a well-oiled machine. I know one thing, we will not be able to run the ball. Last week we were ranked 1 in run blocking, and we ranked 32nd in rushes. So DeAndre Swift is an actual issue. He's questionable for the game anyway. I don't think Kyle Monangai or Roshan, or actually, I'm losing my the thought process on who the third one is, but I don't think we look good in terms of the run game. It's just not something that's here yet. As of right now, though, we got to get Braxton Jones out of there. And I said this before the season started, that you don't want to go into the season with Braxton Jones being your number one option. And you don't. But Ryan Poles did not do anything to give us another option. You know what I'm saying? Ozzie Trapillo, it didn't dress last week, and we don't think he can play, or not we, they don't think he can play left tackle in the NFL. They think he's a right tackle. That's fine. But the problem is we drafted Ryan Poles' guy in Darnell Wright, who is a right tackle. So I don't know if we turn him into a swing or what do we do with him, but we'll figure it out. First things first, though, let's get into the actual keys of the game. Like I said, DeRon Bland is out. Trayvon Diggs is horrible. Caleb has to throw the ball. And he has to throw the ball down the field. We're hoping that this deep field accuracy stops being an issue, such a big issue with him. I don't know when he's going to clean it up, but we're praying to God that it's this week. We need to get the Rome and Caleb thing going immediately to be able to win this football game. I will really love to see DJ Morgan involved more. I mean, he had 6 targets, 5 catches last week. 45-ish yards, but he wasn't a major factor in the offense. Rome had like 11 in both of Caleb's touchdowns, so the chemistry is just there for them too. I wish that we could get DJ more involved, but I'm not sure what's going on with the connection there. I'm not one of those guys that's saying that we should trade him either. I don't really know what's with you guys wanting to trade away talent just because we got another guy in, but yeah, because you guys wanted to trade DJ the second we drafted Rome. You guys wanted to trade Cole the second we got Colston. Let's let these players develop before we start trying to ship the veterans out of town. Okay? Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to run the ball very well on them anyway. But pass blocking, what we have to do is protect the quarterback. We have to protect Caleb. Braxton Jones had a pass block grade of a 43.7 last week, according to PFF. That can't happen. That cannot happen. The interior offensive line played fine. Not really, but okay. Joe Tooney, 58.7. Drew Dahlman, 69.3. Jonah Jackson at 80.2. I don't know if Braxton gets a start this week. Maybe Theo gets it. We'll see what happens. But it doesn't sound like Ben Johnson is too fond of the idea of Braxton Jones. He's got a lot to work on still. He's a developmental piece. But that seems like that's all that Ryan Poles does is draft developmental pieces. Kieran Abengaji, I think I got his name right. If I didn't, forgive me, is another piece that's just a guy that has to develop. This is becoming a serious issue with this football team and our pieces that we're drafting. Why do we not have any day one starters that he's drafted outside of Caleb, Rome, and Kyler? Jaquan Brisker, if y'all want to crown him, crown his ass. But to me, Jaquan is a linebacker. That's all the fuck that he is. Jaquan is a linebacker. His passing grade last week wasn't pretty either. Well, his grade actually was positive, I believe. But when I was actually watching the game, it did not look good. You can't always trust PFF. But moving on to the defensive side of the ball, we got to stop Dak and their passing attack. And I don't know how we're going to do that because we can't get to the quarterback. And our secondary is bad. Hopefully Kyler starts. Hopefully Kyler's back. I know that they said it. Bears Twitter put up a post with Kyler in it. So we're hoping that Kyler can start. But all we can do is stop the pass. But Dak is a veteran. You got CD down there, and CD is going to go off on us. Tyreek Stevenson is going to have to guard him. Tyreek gave up a 158.3 along with his two other counterparts, and Kevin Byard again 119.4. I can't see this game going great. I'm hoping that it does, but I think we lose this game 42-24. 42-24. That is my final score prediction. Hopefully I'm wrong. I really, really want Ben Johnson to come out, turn it on, get going early, and keep it going. I want Caleb to look good because the national media is saying that this is a make it or break it game for Caleb. I don't believe that. I want to at least give him the Thanksgiving of this year to see what the fuck he is. Like Colin Cowherd says, you always give a quarterback till Thanksgiving his second year, and I think that's the truest shit he's ever said. But the national media is saying that Caleb has to prove everybody wrong this week. I hope he does. I really, 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 really pray that he does. But other than that, I'll be back Monday with you guys. This video is either going to drop Friday night or early Saturday morning. Depends on when I can get it edited and up. But I'm going to get you guys back on schedule. I'll be back Monday morning with my next video. Have a good night.